I'm Julia from Cephable, and let's learn more about profiles. This is one of the primary concepts to understand as you learn to use Cephable. So in this video, we're going to discuss an overview of profiles. We're going to look inside a profile. We're going to learn to swap profiles, build your profile library. We're going to learn how to edit, delete, and share profiles. So we have a lot to learn, so let's get started. So let's go back to the basics. What are profiles? A profile is simply a summary of how you tell Cephable to pair different inputs and outputs. Some examples could be you want to say click to press the mouse, you want to raise your eyebrows to hit enter, or you want to tilt your head to the right to move to the next slide in PowerPoint. So we generally recommend that users build different profiles around a specific use case. Maybe it's writing and editing, maybe it's a presentation slide deck, or maybe it's a specific game that you like to play. We think users adding those personalized controls to each profile is a great way to get started. So let's take a look inside a few different control profiles. So you can see that right now on the dashboard, the current profile that I have selected is Keyboard Navigation Basics that I grabbed from onboarding in our community library. But let's drop in. I have lots of different profiles because I've been using Cephable for a while. And I just swapped over to a different profile, Tap Tap Shots, and you'll see that it updated here. When you go to these three little dots, you press on it, you can see inside that profile. So this particular profile only has one control set up in the list, and it's a voice control and a face expression and a virtual button for Cephable to hit the spacebar whenever I do any of these inputs. So let's go back and let's switch back to that Keyboard Navigation Basics profile, and let's peek inside there. You can see that there are quite a few additional controls. Profiles can be as simple or as complex as you wish. So in this profile, we have Enter, Shift Tab, and Tab. And we have voice controls set up for each of those. We can say Tab, we can say Back, and we can say Enter. So we're going to go back here. Now, let's go use it with our browser. Okay, with those controls in mind from this profile, I pulled up a browser window and I'm going to start my microphone, my Cephable microphone, so we can use those voice controls that we talked about. And we're going to sprinkle in a little dictation here too. As you can see, the cursor's already in the search box. Type birds. Enter. Tab, back. Type Google. Enter. Type birds. Enter. Tab. Enter. So, as you can see, we can tab navigate forward and backwards using the Cephable voice controls that we have set up in that profile. Next, let's talk about editing a control profile. So let's click those three dots again to open up this particular profile. If you want to add a brand new control that's not present in this profile, you start here by add a new control, a brand new input to a brand new output. But let's say you want to edit a control that's already there. So you saw me using the tab control. I would say tab and Cephable would tap the tab key for me on the keyboard. But let's say I'd also like to say go as a voice control and Cephable would then press tab. So we can go into edit for this particular control and then we'll add another voice control and we type what we want to say, like go. And then we scroll down and we finish the edit. And just like that, you have added a new voice control to this profile. So let's go one more level into learning about profiles. So click again on the three dots and you're going to see another option here called options. And these are additional options for this profile. So in here, you're going to have advanced options. You're going to be able to have a profile summary for you visual learners to really get a snapshot of what is currently in that profile. You can also duplicate a profile if you'd like to create a similar profile but maintain this profile and then add new controls to it. You can also hit this option here, create a share link. And if you have a friend that you'd like to share this profile with, you hit create link, and then this way you can share profiles with your friends and other people using Cephable. Maybe on our social channels, you can share cool profiles that you come up with. And also, here is where you can delete a profile. I actually have a duplicate of this profile because I've used it several times from our pre-built library. So I'm actually going to delete this profile, and then it will no longer show up in my list. But as you can see here, I don't have a current profile. So the next time I want to use Cephable, I have to make sure to click in here and move over to another profile.